We all know that in study abroad, money matters. This module will review the cost of the study abroad program, using your financial aid and scholarships, and how and when your program is billed. Then we'll share information about using money while you're abroad and cover topics such as banks and exchange rates. Every education abroad program has a program fee. The only exception is for students participating in exchanges. You will continue to pay your standard University of Maryland tuition. For everyone else, your program fee is paid instead of tuition for the term in which you are studying abroad. In-state and out-of-state students pay the same program fee, which can be found on the website for your program. Keep in mind that the program fee may not tell you how much the study abroad experience really costs. You can still have additional costs associated with your program that may or may not be included in the program fee. Some fees include the costs of housing, meals, insurance, or excursions, while others may only include the academic costs. Knowing what is and isn't included in your program fee is essential to knowing what a semester abroad will really cost you. One of the great things about studying abroad here at the University of Maryland is that you can use all of your federal and institutional financial aid toward the cost of your program. If you are participating on a Maryland-sponsored or partner program, you can even use your state financial aid, such as the Rawlings Grant or Senatorial and Delegate Scholarships. If you're not sure whether your program is Maryland-sponsored or a partner, check to see how your program is billed. If you are paying your program fee directly to the University of Maryland, your program is Maryland-sponsored and you can use all federal, state, local, and institutional loans, grants, and scholarships toward the cost of your program fee. You can work with the study abroad representative in the Office of Student Financial Aid to determine your aid amounts and availability. Your financial aid will credit to your student account no sooner than 10 days before the beginning of the Maryland term, regardless of when your actual program starts. There are no exceptions to this policy. After all charges to your account are paid, any excess aid will be refunded to you by mail or direct deposit. For questions about financial aid, contact the Study Abroad Coordinator in the Office of Student Financial Aid at 301-314-8285. If you have applied for an Education Abroad scholarship, the awards will be posted to your account by the dates indicated here. As we stated before, the fees for Maryland programs are charged to your Testudo student account. If you are participating in an external study abroad program, your program fee will not be charged to your student account. You will have to pay the program fee directly to the program provider. Keep in mind that payments may be due before the University of Maryland billing dates. Contact your specific program provider to make sure you know when and how you are being charged. Again, it is imperative to know which costs are not included in the program fee because these additional charges are not billed to your student account. When the program fee is due depends on your program type. Please check your program details and checklist for specifics. If you are on a Maryland in or sponsored program, you can view the chart below to determine when your program fee is due. Remember, you may have other program-related charges that may be due at different times. For example, your housing payment may be due 1 to 2 months before your departure to reserve your housing, and you will need to book your flight prior to departing as well. This is extremely important if you receive financial aid and have to wait until the start of the Maryland semester to access funds for those additional costs not included in the program fee. The TERP payment plan, which is an opportunity to spread your payments out for the length of the term and avoid a lump sum payment, can be applied to any study abroad fees that are charged to your Testudo account. You are not eligible to use the TERP payment plan if you pay the program fee directly to the program provider and it is not paid through Testudo. If you have any questions about how charges appear on your account or want to learn more about signing up for direct deposit or the TERP payment plan, you'll need to contact the bursar. Whenever you contact the bursar for something study abroad related, introduce yourself as a study abroad student because the policies may be different. You know your spending habits best, so the first step is to figure out your priorities while studying abroad. Will it be weekend travel exploring your host country, paying for museums, or will it be buying groceries to save money for other activities? Knowing how you plan to spend your free time will help identify where you want to spend your money. Then you can use that information to help you prepare a budget. Use a spreadsheet and write down how much you plan to spend each week, then stick to it. An even simpler way to budget while abroad is to take out a certain amount of money each week and simply live on that. If you have to make frequent trips to the ATM throughout the week, you know that you are living beyond your means and you may need to reevaluate where your money is going. One thing that will have a big impact on how far your money will go is the exchange rate. Knowing the exchange rate between the US dollar and your host country's currency is essential to knowing how much you will really spend. Depending on where you are, the dollar may cover more or less of your expenses than they would at home. There are many websites and smartphone apps that will let you know the current exchange rate for your host country. Just do a quick online search to find one that works for you. Most debit cards can still be used at ATMs around the world to access money. You will want to contact your bank before leaving to give them the dates that you will be out of the country. This should prevent the bank from canceling your card due to suspicious activity. You will also want to ask if there are any additional fees associated with using your card in the host country at ATMs as well as in foreign transactions. Another important thing to ask your bank is whether they have established partnerships with foreign banks where the international transaction fees are reduced or even dropped completely. While it may be fairly easy to locate ATMs where you can access cash, remember that many societies outside of the US tend to be more cash-based. This means that many establishments may be cash only. Using cash will not only help you fit in with the culture, but will also help you avoid international transaction fees associated with making purchases while abroad. One more thing about ATMs. Remember that even though you are taking out money in the host currency, it will show up on your account in dollars. For example, if you are at a bank in London and you take out £100, your online bank statement may say $160 because of the exchange rate. Do you have questions about the money matters discussed here? Or other money questions that we didn't address? If so, contact your program advisor or coordinator. But now we have a few questions for you. Please continue through the assessment to mark this module completed.